Hello everyone, my name is Nicolette and I'm here today to talk to you about why I think cats are better than dogs for pets. I want to first know how many of you out here own animals, pets, and how many of you own cats? How many of you own dogs? How many of you own both cats and dogs in your home? Great. Well, I own both. I currently have 3 dogs. I have 2 puppies that are about 4 months old, and I have a 4-year-old English Staffordshire Bull Terrier. I also have a cat that is a year old, and I've raised all of my animals from birth, meaning like they were actually born in my home, and I raised them their whole lives. So I love my pets. I love my cats and I love my dogs. I love them, love them, love them. They're my family, they're my friends, they're my companions. I take the best care of them that I can. I treat them, like they are part of my family. I I don't feel embarrassed if I'm in the house alone and it's just me and my cats and dogs and I'm talking to them. Like, I don't feel crazy or anything. I don't feel embarrassed. They do well with, communication. They like for me to pay them attention. They like to be talked to. They talk to me. I mean, I might not quite know what they're saying, but 9 times out of 10, I know what they want, you know. So it's a great, and whoever loves pets, they what I'm talking about when you build that bond with your animal. It's amazing. And I know that there's great debate out here as to which is a better pet, a cat or a dog. Some people wouldn't even decide. But I am here today to emphasize why I feel as though cats are better than dogs. I love them equally, but the bottom line, cats win. Okay, and I think this is an important topic because we need to understand that there are noticeable differences between owning a cat versus a dog. Before you make any type of decision or commitment, it's important that you do your research. You're going to need to research, talk to cat owners, dog owners, use the internet, do some research, actually figure out what you're actually getting into. Because although, cats and dogs are the cutest little things, especially when they're puppies and kittens, there is a greater side to it to where you need to actually know what you're getting yourself into. Yes, kittens are, cute, cuddly, little fluffy things that run around your house and play with strings and toy mice. And puppies are, great little puppies that run around your house just looking cute all the time. But there is a lot more behind it than just having, wanting a pet because they're cute and cuddly. I am a devoted animal lover. Honestly, I used to want to be a vet. I wanted to be a vet so I could be around animals all the time. Unfortunately, I didn't pursue that. I was young and that's what I wanted to do. But even to this day, I still love pets. And for the past 15 years now, I have not been without a pet. Whether it's a dog, cat, both, I've always had a pet. And the animals that I have now, my cats and dogs, I've had all of them from birth. Meaning they were born in my home and I've raised them. Okay? So, I love my animals. I make sure that I do everything for them just like I would do for myself. It's just like having kids. I believe that, even though dogs are loved and respected by their owners, but I have to say that cats are far better pets. They really are, and I'm explaining to you why I think that. The first point that I want to make is that cats are less maintenance. They really are. From feeding a cat, I might average spending about $5 or $10 for a 2 week period, maybe $10 on kitty litter for depending on whether it's 2 weeks or a month. I could probably get by $10 a month on kitty litter, buying a big bag, scooping the litter every day, every other day. And I'm fine. So I'm looking at anywhere from $20 to $15, that I spend on my cat. My dogs, I spend about $65 on food alone every 10 days. And that's buying a 30-pound bag of dog food. I bought this bag about seven days ago, and it's down here. Okay? So, it's already obvious, dogs eat more than cats. Dogs are bigger than cats. So therefore, they're going to require more food and water. I ain't going to lie, since my dogs are getting older, my puppies, my water bill has went up. Providing them with, adequate water throughout the day, as well as, and they just make messes, So, like I said, dogs, cats bathe themselves, so you're not really spending that much on cat products for bathing. Dogs, on the other hand, yeah. So sometimes I'm spending about $15 on a good dog shampoo a month. A flea and tick shampoo that has some deodorizing in it. Then I'm spending about $90 on, combined for my 3 dogs on flea and tick treatments. Cats, my cat stays indoors, so he doesn't really require many cat flea and tick treatments, because I keep my dogs up to date with that, and the cat stays indoors. So now, just on the short end of the stick, yes, I'm going to say it's less expensive to take care of a cat than it is to take care of a dog. But also, I would like to add, cats live longer than dogs. Therefore, over the course of time, you may end up spending more money on your cat than you would your dog, just because of the longevity of a cat. The cat will outlive your dogs. You understand? So, right now, I might be averaging about $10,000 a year on my dog, and then I might average about $6,000 on my cat. So, it's, it all depends, and that's just a rough estimate. I know so far that it's just cheaper to feed cats. Okay, it's cheaper to feed cats. Dog and cat owners do not pay the same for their animals. My one dog was about $1,200, and my cat was free. Number one. And then the prices of food. Like I said, I can get my cat a bag of dog food for $2.99. And my dog's bag is $65. So, like I said, I also want to say, whoever said you can't put a price on love probably wasn't a pet owner. Since January, I spent in excess of $800 on my dogs and about $80 on my cat. That's a big difference financially. According to a study that the ASPCA did in 2012, for a large dog, first year, you're going to spend roughly about $2,000 on that dog. Just one. Now, for the cat, for its first year that you bring him home, you're going to spend about $1,000. And that's going to include shots, leashes, litters, toys, licenses, medical. This amount will decrease, after the second year that it's in your home, because you just have to at that point do maintenance, follow-up appointments, booster shots, things like that. So for a large breed dog, you might spend about $900 a year. After that, for a cat, about $700. Although this is just an estimate, don't expect to pay anything less, but expect to pay much more than that. Okay, my second point that I would like to make is that cats are quieter. Okay, dogs announce every movement, event. They vocalize their moods, their feelings, with loud barking or whining or whimpering. Whether it's a knock at the door or a stranger walking past your house or your dog wanting a treat or some attention, they will let you know in a loud way. Felines, cats' meows are much less audible, than a dog. So even if you are bathing your cat and they are protesting it by hissing and meowing, it's barely noticeable from, another room in your home. Cats even play quiet. A cat will quietly take its toy and play with it on the floor, hugging it, and maybe tossing it up in the air very quietly. You might not even know that your cat is sitting over there playing. But dogs, when my dogs play, if I'm upstairs in my bed, I hear them downstairs playing. They sound like a herd of elephants just running through my house. It's very loud. They're very clumsy, knocking over things. It's just like, yeah, they really can't do much without me, hearing what they're doing. And there's I can't even name the amount of times that I've come home and I've arrived home and I've seen like my cell phone charger just torn up into little pieces, or the trash torn up all over the house, or my favorite shoes chewed up, like gum. So, that's a big thing right there. The third point that I want to make is that cats don't stink. Dogs stink. Cats perform constant self-grooming, and that helps them regulate their body temperature as well as clean themselves so they naturally do not emit odors. How great is that? Perfect example. If my cat would lay on my couch all day while I'm at work in the same spot, and I came home and laid my head in that same spot, I wouldn't know that my cat laid there all day. I wouldn't smell anything. Let one of my dogs lay there. I'm going to smell it. It's going to stink, and I'm going to be mad. So it's amazing, how the smells, will come through. Dogs naturally, they emit an earthy, unmistakably not very attractive odor. And sometimes their paws smell like corn chips. Sometimes their paws smell like human feet odor. It's really crazy. Like, my dog put his paws in my face one day. I was like, oh my goodness, your paws smell just like feet, So I will admit I've never smelled my cat's feet, Never smelled. Oh, and you would think that they would stink, seeing as though that they, use their feet in the killer box and everything. But no, my cat's feet don't stink. And also, when you're having, people coming over your house for the first time who don't own dogs, I can guarantee you this. They're going to smell your dog before they see it, when they walk in the house. Because a dog's odor, it lingers. It'll be in your clothes, it'll be on your furniture, it'll be in your car. Wherever that dog goes, their odor follows them, And sometimes, no matter how hard you try to buy shampoos, that are deodorizing and, carpet fresh, candles, everything, that's just a temporary fix. Their smell is going to come back, so it's very hard to get their smell out of your home. And I try very hard. I mean, I have candles all over the place. I have the baking soda, carpet fresh. I have Febreze. I have everything. And guess what? It'll smell good for about 30-40 minutes. But an hour later, I smell dog. So, that's just, that's one of the dog things. Cats even keep their litter boxes. They try to keep their litter boxes odor free. When the cats get done making a void of some sort, they always try to cover it up, hide it, bury it to the bottom so that, it doesn't stink. And even a cat, like if their litter box, if you allow it to get full, don't get upset. Like they want it cleaned out. They'll let you know that, look, my litter box is dirty and you need to clean it. Which I think is great. I need to just go back here for a minute and talk about how, and just reiterate how, cats are less maintenance. I want to talk about how, dogs are destructive. They run into the house, they track mud everywhere they go, they knock things over. I mean, there's paw prints on the floor, it's all paw prints on the carpet, on the furniture. As puppies, they pee and poop all over until their house broken, so you're constantly, cleaning up marks, on your carpet or wherever, and it stinks. It stinks very bad. My dogs have been biting on the legs of my couches, on my bar stools, my coffee tables. They've knocked over the trash on quite a few occasions. They have also broken glass. Like I had a glass stand, they ran through the house, knocked into it, broke it, glass all over the place. While on the other hand, my cat, he just sits on his scratching post. And, he might scratch on the scratching post or just lay there, not destroying anything but, his little house. I do have, quite a bit of toys and everything for my dogs to play with, bones. But, they just tear them up. They tear them up into little shreds and they're all over the house or they eat them. So, I have more things right now. Oh, also, I want to mention that my yard, they dig holes in my yard. They have eaten my my garden box. They have literally eaten the wood. They've eaten the wood. This is my one puppy, Moo Cow, who has been sitting here between my legs the whole time that I'm trying to give you this speech. So I figured I'd bring her up to say hi. Say hi, Moo Cow. She is 4 months old. She is an English Staffordshire Bull Terrier. And I love her. And she loves me. Okay? And guess what? She stinks. Get down, Moo Moo. Alright. So, I just want to, touch bases on, wrap this up. Basically in conclusion, dogs are noisy. They're noisy, they're loud, they will have your neighbors complaining because of their barking. I can guarantee you a neighbor is not going to call you and tell you that your cat is meowing too loud at all. But they will let you know that, hey, look, your dog is out there barking or in your house barking and it's keeping me up at night. So, a cat's purring and meowing versus a dog's bark. Yeah, there's no comparison. cats are cheaper to raise. Like I said, their food is significantly less, and they eat less, and they're smaller. So therefore, you're going to spend less money on feeding your cat versus a dog. Cats don't stink. You know, cats are constantly bathing themselves, and they're keeping themselves clean. They keep up on their hygiene. So, you know, as you can see with both cats and dogs, you know, they are very different. But that's what makes them them. You know, the typical cat is more convenient than the average dog and easier to look after. And the blunt truth, cats have fewer needs than most dogs. So, although, you know, like I said, I own both cats and a dog, I love my cat because he is so independent. I really don't have to do anything for the cat. You know, I'll take him to the vet. I'll feed him. I empty his litter box once a week. And I pretty much don't see him. Like, I really wanted to show my cat. But he's in the house somewhere, sleeping probably, hiding. I really don't know. But he is not out in sight, you know. He's just doing his own thing, taking care of himself. Whenever he gets hungry, he'll come. He'll come and he'll go eat, or he'll use the bathroom. Now, my dogs are sitting here running around right now, driving me crazy. Okay? Here's my other one. This is Monster. And he's also a puppy. And he's 4 months old. They were 4 months on the 23rd. And he's a boy. And I love him. And it smells like he was just in the litter box. Which is disgusting. So, you know, and you know, just to show you the difference of what I'm talking about, or why, you know, cats are easier to maintain than dogs. This is what I'm spending on my cat each month. $20. And this is what I'm spending on my dogs each month. $300. $300. You know, $320 a month, just basically on food, you know, for my cat and my dog. So, again, it is expensive. But if you love your animals, you're going to do whatever you have to do to take care of them as if they were your own child. So, thanks, everyone. Hope you have a good day.